Yeah, well, we can get. All right, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we might as well roll into it.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I can't get enough. I cannot. First of all, I cannot emphasize it enough. Second of all, I cannot get enough of the AI videos of presidents playing video games. Simply addicted to them. They're so good. Every single time Donnie calls Biden Sleepy Joe, no matter what game they're playing, it could be Fortnite, it could be Minecraft, it could be Zelda, you name it.
The show or fantasy baseball.
The fantasy baseball one's
Oh,
fantastic.
the fantasy baseball draft is great.
With Trump, Biden, Drake, and Andrew Tate. We haven't talked about enough on this show. That guy fucking stinks, huh?
How is he tweeting from a federal penitentiary?
Well, he's being charged with, very heinous and serious crimes.
I know. That's what I'm asking.
I don't know.
It's because he's
Maybe-
a top G.
I like obviously not a fan of the fucking Trump guy if you haven't been able to tell at this point. But you talk about someone I just straight up detest, Andrew Tate. For those who aren't privileged enough to be aware of who Andrew Tate is, can we give like a good general summary of what that dickhead's all about?
He's like an influencer, like about
He's like trying to be like a male self-help guy, but like he's also just like a complete piece of shit.
Yeah, he's like really into misogyny, and then also on the side
Loves himself some misogyny.
On the side, I guess he was a human trafficker,
by the way,
which is why he's now in prison.
It was the pizza box that got him, right?
It was, yeah.
Joe's Pizza or something.
Yeah, it was. What's her face? That young lady.
Oh, Greta.
Yeah, Greta.
Greta got him.
Yeah. Did you guys fuck up Greta Thunberg and Greta Gerwig for a while?
For a little bit, yeah.
I also did.
They both had a come up like around the same time.
They did, so. Yeah, like 2017, like late.
Yeah, they're both late teen bloomers there. Coming onto the scene for totally different reasons.
How dare you?
Oh no. Shout out to Greta.
How old is she now?
I'm gonna guess 20.
No.
I think she's got to be 20. Yeah.
Oh my god! I thought she was like 13.
Well, again, when she kind of
she has a young face as well.
She
to
does.
Be fair. What is she? A Swede? Yeah.
Dane.
Something like that.
Swedish. Norwegian. Yeah. She is Swedish. Okay.
Love my Swedes. My boy Linus Olmark, Swede.
Goal scorer Linus Olmark to
yeah,
you know.
That's right. Go Bees.
He didn't make Little Women 2019 though.
No, unfortunately.
That was the other Greta.
Well, yeah, neither did the other Swede. That was an American young.
Yeah, to talk whatever you want about climate change, yeah, whatever. But again, Florence Pugh and company having a masterclass.
They were special.
That is special. Florence Pugh,
Saoirse
Saoirse Ronan, banger in that movie.
Emma Watson, terrible in it, but
yeah, she that's the picture of Kendrick Perkins taking the selfie with the Eastern Conference
with the trophy?
Championship trophy.
Yeah,
that was Emma Watson in Little Women.
Yeah.
I have to say, I saw it in theaters, but I haven't watched it since. So
it's terrific. Oh my god!
It was good,
when Bob Odenkirk pulls up, I didn't know he was
Little
in the
Women.
movie. I went bananas.
He said the line. He said it.
Roll credits. I when that happened, because again, a very good movie all the way through, and you feel immersed in it. But in that moment when Saul Goodman walks through, I look at Alex,
and then he title drops. It's crazy.
Is that Bob Odenkirk?
Yeah.
Laura Dern, great in that movie.
Meryl Streep.
Yes. Meryl
Streep certainly exists. Am I going to get canceled for just saying that about Meryl Streep?
You're not a Meryl guy?
She's good. She's not this all.
That's royalty, Fitz.
Yeah, everyone loves himself some Meryl Streep.
Love
like Helen Mirren. I think clears. I'd say Helen Mirren's a very good actress.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Don't put two queens against one another.
Fair enough. Yes.
Come on now.
Hate women. Yeah, just want to see them fight each other. Infighting amongst the females. That's what Fitz is all about. No. So, anyways, I'm Junichi Tozawa, a.k.a. Fitz. I'm joined by Toe Watch, a.k.a. Jake, and also Glup Shido. We'll be talking some Star Wars later. I got my little BB-8 glass here, by the way, which is ironic. That just so happened to be the case. But Glup Shido,
that's actually not ironic. That's not what that is.
Or a coincidence. How about that?
Thank you.
You know what? I was going to ask you about your toe. Now I don't fucking care about your toe. All right? I hope they have to amputate, dude.
Yeah, you went under the knife, didn't you?
I didn't go into the knife. I went to urgent care.
Yeah, how'd that go?
They were very polite. I actually can't. It's I want to give them a shout out because they did great work. Carbon Health on Summer Street in downtown Boston.
Do you have a promo code?
No, I wish.
Not a sponsor.
Toe. Promo code TOE.
Toe 20 for 20% off here.
Well, no, they were great. They were part of my, not my, daddy's insurance. You know, I'm still under that umbrella.
Yeah, man.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah. No, but well, actually, they didn't really do anything there, but they did prescribe me some drugs. So
Okay.
You just kind of poked at it a little bit and be like, yeah, here's some antibiotics.
pretty much. I mean, I think it's getting better. It still hurts, but I say it. I mean, it's both. It's both my big toes.
They hurt.
They.
It's like
They,
double
them.
eye infection.
Which is tough.
What?
He said
Double-
it's like double eye infection.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Double
That's a
ear
great moment
infection.
right there when you have to
know?
repeat what the other person said. That's what you call audio gold right there.
Yeah. So toes. I can walk now. At least that's not like I'm not in tremendous pain just walking down the street. So that's an improvement. Otherwise, oh my god! I tell you, Sunday night, I was poking at it. No, when did I go to the doctor?
Doing my nightly pokes, you see.
When did I send that picture? Sunday? Yeah. So Saturday night, I was poking at it. I bled, guys. A cup of blood. Half a cup of blood. I swear to God.
Jesus Christ.
I bled. I got in the shower, and then it just. I took like a 20-minute shower. There was a stream of blood running from my toes for the whole shower. But the relief, fits the relief I felt, unbelievable.
you're just bloodletting. You're like a 17th century doctor.
He's got to get leeches to put on it to stop it or something like that.
That's a good idea.
it's-
You guys
it's-
You guys ever get a leech on you?
No.
No.
Next topic.
I never have either.
Heebie-jeebies on that. Yeah,
What's
Liam,
the movie with the Stand By Me?
Oh yeah, true that.
Yeah.
Good pull there. Great movie. Yeah, Liam. Back in the day, no matter like what malady you had, you would just get like
Just give you leeches.
a towel of warm water and some leeches, put on you. That was a cure all for the common cold, cancer, or anything in between. I don't know about you, Liam, but officially over the last week, we've been recognized as, I guess, the official toe podcast of Pod on Lansdowne. So not for nothing, Jake, we may have given ourselves a new avenue for revenue based on your injuries. You know, it could be a
We are the
a
pod
small
for perverts.
sacrifice for a major
That
gain.
was established already.
Well, we were the podcast for perverts, but that was like kind of just an overarching general
Yeah.
perverted label we got. Now we're
I think
we're the toe people.
pervert. I think if you do a Venn diagram of perverts and toe people, it's close to a circle.
I'd say there's
I got-
a good amount of
Yeah,
overlap.
Yeah.
a lot of overlap.
Yeah.
I think we're establishing the perfect lore. You see, I think that's really
Sure.
what we're. It's the more and more it's character development basically.
Yeah, the brand
Absolutely.
our brand identity continues to grow.
Yeah,
And
you
evolve.
like it, then if you don't like it, then get out of the way. Basically, that's what that comes down to.
Yeah.
You know what else goes over toes?
Socks.
Socks. That's right. And you know what
Yep.
color
Oh, that was a
socks
good one.
can be?
They can be red fits.
They can be a whole lot of color. Basically, any color you want. You just
Yeah,
kind of
that's-
dye
yeah.
it.
Red from Jake's toe blood.
That's
That
right.
that happened actually.
Yeah, Jake Schilling over here.
I did have a bloody sock.
Was it ketchup, Jake? Was it just ketchup you were showing?
No, it was paint.
Anyway, that was a. Remember for years people still hung on to that it was fake blood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, the Boston Red Sox. They started
back.
playing games recently. We're sort of
they
back.
sure
Again,
have.
I said this once, and Liam, I don't know if you agree here, and I'll say it again. Like, spring training, obviously, it's encouraging because, baseball season right around the corner. This is fantastic. This is great. Hey, the World Baseball Classic starts in like a week's time. I think literally a week. I think it's next Wednesday.
Yes.
The day you're hearing that it's March 8th, right?
Yeah, March 8th.
So that will be good. That feels like meaningful enough baseball leading up to opening day. But at this time of the year, you get excited for the first game or two of spring training, and somewhere in that time, you're just kind of like, all right, can we do the real stuff now?
Yeah.
Because this baseball stuff's awesome. I'd like to see the real stuff. I don't know how you feel about that, Liam, but
The,
all in all, good developments. All in all,
I mean, they play a night game tonight, so that's exciting. But really, after that, I got nothing. I mean, it's been nice to see all the pitchers. The pitchers look good.
I
Yoshi
want to get
looks
into the
good.
specifics of what you like so far.
But like, I mean, spring training as a whole. I mean, thank God for the WBC, because this time next week, if I'm not checked out already, I don't need to see Narciso Crook bat in the 8th inning.
Liam, I have bad news. Actually, this time next week, the WBC still will have not started.
It'll be close though. I think.
I think it's the next day.
It's like
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
but-
what I'm saying. Next one.
but they're in
Well,
like
when people are
Japan, so I
listening
think
to
they play at
this-
like 3 a.m.
Oh, you're right, Fitz. Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be some weird time frame. So that get up real early and make yourself a coffee.
What
and
are all the
watch,
games on the WBC games?
Oh,
They're
Movie
doing one.
Network.
There's Fox and FS1.
Oh, Fox
okay.
is that. I did not know that.
Fox. Yeah, Fox. I don't know. It was a recent development, but because MLB Network carried all of them in 2017.
That's good because I've been missing those Fox Nation ads that pop up on Fox covered. On Fox
The
sporting
Citizens
events.
for Sanity too. You want to see?
Yeah, and the
commercials from that
group? and the Roseanne stand up.
Oh, we haven't even. Have we even fucking talked about that?
I think really quickly we touched on it, but I want to watch it. I want to sit down and watch it.
See,
If it's more than an hour, I don't think I could do it.
the thing is, it may not even be one of those things where it's so bad it's good. It's just
No, I
straight
think
up
it
bad.
is. I'm sorry. I think it is.
It might
It's
be.
just the clip. The what are
what
my
are my
pronouns?
pronouns?
Kiss my ass. Those are my pronouns.
Get a job. That's my
Yeah, get a job. That's funny already.
Oh,
I don't even know
brother.
what else I need.
That's just like the lowest level of conservative attempts at humor.
Well,
like,
yeah,
it's
because
just,
it's so stupid and dumb that it circles back around to being unintentionally funny.
it's like a Family Guy bit. It's funny to start, and then it keeps going, and it's not funny.
Well,
But
to
it
be clear,
continues
that
it
bit is
still
not
goes, and there you go.
funny to start.
Oh no,
It's
it's
a
never. It
terrible
was never
joke.
funny to start.
to be
Yeah.
to be super
Yeah,
clear.
To be right. To be 100% forward. Yeah, it was never
Yeah.
funny in its own right, its own merits. It just
But it
throws
is.
together
But the thing is though that it is funny.
It just throws together two of the conservative tropes together. Oh, the pronoun stuff, and young people are lazy folks. They don't walk up. Yeah, right. They're too woke and too lazy. They don't walk up. They don't walk uphill both ways to school like we did. All that shit. So, again, who's asking for that? Who's asking for a Roseanne Barr comedy special?
Jake's the target audience.
I'm
You
the
guys ever
person
watch
banging on
Roseanne,
the desk.
the OG?
Oh yeah, back on
Good
like
show.
Nick at Night.
Did you know she
the
was a
time.
Democrat until Trump? Like until 20.
And she realized where the fucking money was, man. She's not going to be getting a
Yeah,
comedy
grifter.
special on MSNBC.
I mean, listen,
Gotta chase the bag.
if I was, it's got to be nice to be a grifter, huh? I mean,
It's got to be. It's got to be. So, I mean, I'd be lying to myself if there's been like one or two times like, what if we like actually steered into the Trump bit on this show?
Well,
Again,
you're
the
gonna have to
fucking
bleep this
macaroni.
fit, but I think the bastards have that covered.
Yeah, no,
too.
yeah, we're just gonna be we're gonna be posers.
We're just a cheap imitation. I think if we
Yeah, that market
that
has officially been cornered. There's
Yeah.
nothing we could do about that.
Yeah, they're
we
well
missed the boat on
established.
that.
yeah. So how was your guys' week? What'd you do?
Watch Red Sox baseball. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a lot of that. We got to talk about the time of games.
Okay, do we officially want to get into this?
I mean,
we were kinda kicking
Fitz,
around.
I'd love to.
I have a question to pose to both of you guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, like, once the regular season actually starts, do we think they'll all still be like consistently 2.5 hours?
Well, no.
Because to
So
me-
I think part of it is there's no in-inning pitching changes right now, or there's very few.
Sure.
So I think that's bringing it down a decent amount,
it's like-
probably.
Every time I see a tweet, it's like time of game 2.5 hours or
I know
less.
that just feels
Like,
that's not
for
what the
every
minors
game.
were, right?
Like, if they were, I wasn't paying attention last
Yeah,
summer.
I thought they were a little longer than that.
Um,
Fellas, I don't like it. I'm sorry.
So
It's too
okay,
fast.
So
I
before,
wanna-
It's too fast.
Okay,
it's
you know
too
what?
fast.
you know what?
I
In
like,
defense,
I like just sitting there
in
the
defense
ballpark.
in defense of clocks. Here's what I'll say about clocks. I like clocks, but the thing with it is
Big,
it's not
big clock has fits in his pocket.
the thing with clocks. It's not the best. It's not the best song on that album. I'm more of a fan of Amsterdam. I think that's one of
Okay.
Coldplay's deepest cuts. To end that album with Amsterdam, what a powerhouse of a track, man. But Clocks is,
I
know,
wish
it's a
we
fan
had,
favorite.
you know, like on America's Got Talent when it's like they're bombing. And they go, I wish we had that.
Yeah, no, I couldn't resist there. But no, I like the pitch. What are you guys talking about? You don't like the pitch?
No,
clock.
listen, I like the
pitch
idea.
clock.
I like the pitch clock. It's like 5 seconds too short. It is.
Okay, you know, maybe we have more ground in common here than I previously thought. I'm fine if it is bumped up to 20 with the bases empty.
Yeah,
I'd be okay
no,
with that.
it's
I think
like
that's fine.
I get like anxious when I'm watching it now. Like, oh, is he gonna get it off? I don't want to fucking feel like that.
For years.
That's insane.
For years, all people have been crying about is the pace of the play, how
They
slow
went
the game
too far.
is.
They went too far, Fitz.
The kinks are going to get ironed out here. It's going to be
Can
fine.
they?
You're not even going to notice it by
Can
the
they?
second
Can
week
they
of the
throw
system.
another 5 on there? I mean, do they got to go to the fucking CBA and shit to do that?
Maybe there's stuff behind the scenes on that. If
Yeah,
all
I don't think it's
sides
like an
agreed on that.
easy fix. I don't.
But even then, 15 is it's fine. They're
The
all they're
batter
doing-
has to look at 8. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's-
getting a bunch
that
of
one's
guys.
kinda
They
crazy.
look down, they get a strike. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that was a weird way to get out of that ninth inning jam. That was very strange.
I hate,
All it is though is enforcing rules that were already on the books that people were for years were complaining that they should be enforced. Stay in the box, stay on the rubber.
Fitz.
Yeah, it's what?
Have some nuance, Fitz.
No, there's
Have
no
some
room for nuances on sports podcasts. Don't
I
you know this?
agree. There isn't.
Huh?
There isn't. All right, so get rid of the clock then.
Yeah, three and a half
15
hours.
is just. 15 is just. That's dramatic to me.
15
That's-
is quick.
Yeah, I don't. It's unnecessary. Like, and I don't know. I actually do think the 7th, 8th, 9th should not have the clock. I like that. I wish that that's what they went with. I love a good pregnant pause late in a game. There's nothing better.
Here's what I'll say about the pause thing.
The problem is like a pregnant pause in like the 3rd. You know?
Yeah, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep it moving.
There was a lot of fucking pregnant pauses in the third in a lot of games. I
Okay,
think this
sure.
is
Well, I just said that, and
overwhelmingly
I
net
don't want
positive.
that.
Yeah, there you go. No preggers on
No.
this in this sport. No, there's a shit ton of this is overwhelmingly a net positive. Given that you're gonna have some hiccups here and there, but in terms of getting to where the game that people again for years have wanted it to go, this is a huge step for that. And again, I don't think you're gonna notice it. People going all doom and gloom. Oh, this is gonna decide a massively important game. No, it's fucking not. No, it's not.
Is it 15 from when the pitcher gets the ball back?
I think so.
Because
I'm
couldn't
actually not even sure.
and if that's the case, I imagine catchers will just learn to artificially lengthen the time. Then
Yeah,
They
let's just hold on to it.
They'll
Yeah, they'll
just
hold
hold
up
the
their
ball
ass for a
for-
new ball. They'll kind of
There, I mean, there's
gesture with their
definitely
glove.
ways to kind of
game the system a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
I
Or,
just
like,
I just think
manipulate
it's
it.
I just think it's scary that the reality is like a guy could come set and then like what if he has like an itch or something like and he would step off normally but then now it's a ball and you walk in a run or something like
That's such a again.
I'm
that
just
is-
saying it stresses me out. It's
That's
too
such
much.
a slippery slope ass situation when the actual reality of baseball has been you like half the relievers who come in to games take 45 fucking seconds just to come set. James Karinchak, are you kidding me?
I'm being such a boomer about this, but I do not like the way it's currently set up.
The
I'm
Pedro
sorry.
Baez clip that keeps going around, how
that
many?
was
Sure.
insane.
Well, that's an extreme example too. That's like
But there are multiple guys who are like that. Kenley Jansen takes forever. There have been plenty. David Price takes forever to get set.
He's
Guys
on
who
our
have
team
played with
now.
the Red
He's on
Sox.
our team now.
He sure is. Yeah, and I love David Price. He holds the cards, but he took forever to fucking pitch.
Okay.
Forever. forever.
I'm gonna need a few more seconds. I think. I don't. It's 15 is.
I'm okay if they at
I
some
agree-
point want
I
to bump it
agree.
up to 20. I think it's fine, but people say it all the entire pitch, the pitch clock sucks has been the discourse. Which again, God forbid there's any sort of nuance. And in all honesty, you're right. There needs to be some nuance to it. I think
15
adding a
is
couple
all
more
right. Let's 15. So Liam, you throw me the ball. Throw me the ball. Okay, I've caught the ball.
He threw the
Okay,
ball,
it's-
folks,
it's
for
in-
those
it's in-
who
it's-
can't see.
It's in your hand, Jake.
And now I'm looking at the clock. I mean, so I do my little. I get.
You're
a
walking
pitch
around the
count.
mound, playing with the rosin.
Yep. I mean, that's 10 right there. I gotta throw. I gotta throw.
Get on the rubber.
That's 15
Yeah.
right there. That's too quick. Sorry, that's too much. That's too much.
Or it's
Full
not
count?
enough.
You're telling me full count? Ninth inning,
Oh, I feel
bases
so- I feel
bases
so
drunk?
rushed.
Yeah, I'm
If
gonna
I'm the bat-
pee
even
my
if I'm the
pants.
batter too. Like in situations like that, I feel like both parties.
It's too
If
tight,
not, the
man.
batter
It's too
steps
tight.
out of the box. He orders lunch. You know, he texts his buddies in the group chat. He sends a meme. Right. That's all. It's stay in the box. Stay on the rubber. I've said this for years. That's what it should be.
See, my issue was never with the batters. It's always
the
been
game.
pitchers.
Yeah, me too. I basically never thought it
Yeah.
would like.
Oh, the
Usually,
batter-
you like
pitchers get
nine
most of
times
the
out of
brunt it.
10. 9 times out of 10, if a batter's calling time, it's because of the pitcher. Like it's
Yeah.
never,
Yeah.
Because
you know,
it's just
very
holding it.
rarely is it a batter being a dick.
Pitchers have gotten most of it, and that's that's probably deservedly. But again, batters are there are some batters who are insufferable with that stuff too. They take forever. They they basically walk to the fucking dugout in between pitches, looking over to the coach, getting the sign from the coach, then they step into the box.
Who?
Yeah, yeah.
Give me an example.
There are plenty of hitters who have been like that. Fucking David Ortiz? Are you kidding me? I
Yes.
love Pop.
Yes.
Poppy would go on a fucking stroll down the first baseline in between pitches, do the bop 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 with the spitting and the clapping into the gloves. Again, love
See,
Poppy. He took forever.
I don't find that stuff obnoxious. It's more obnoxious when the pitcher's just kind of like
I don't find it.
set, step off.
I don't
I'm
find
just
it
scared. I'm
obnoxious.
scared.
I just think let's keep it going here. I don't think it's completely annoying. It's just a little like, okay, let's go. Let's move this along.
Because,
And now that
I
there's
mean,
a rule in place to do that, people are complaining about it. You cannot make baseball fans happy with anything.
No, Fitz. Listen, I just think that in the quest to rid the game of these like these outlier ridiculous pauses, they've sped it up to a point where it's like
It's
this
not
wasn't.
outliers. It's not outliers. Kenley Jansen would take half a minute to get set. Consistently,
sure.
his whole career, and he's been a
Okay,
premier
sure. So,
closer for
but
like a decade.
Okay, my point is that I think 15 is they've swung it too far the other way.
I'd say that's fair enough. 15 is pretty quick, and it's noticeably quick when you're watching. It is very noticeable.
And I don't like it.
I think
that's
it's
it. That's all
clearly. I think it's a net positive. I think it's clearly a step in the right direction. If they bump it up to 20, that's cool with me too.
I don't want to be sitting like part of why I love baseball is that I can like almost check out a little bit. Like it's
Yeah,
I'm,
like
it's
you
not
like
like
talk to the person behind.
yeah,
you,
it's
the
not like when
person
I'm
next to
watching
you.
hockey. Like I'm
gotta be
locked
tuned
in
Yeah.
for two.
Yeah, it's a communal aspect of the sport that's fantastic, especially when you're watching in person. You know what I mean? You don't have to be locked into every single
Yeah.
pitch. I agree with that.
I have to now. I think 15 seconds. I'm gonna
It
miss.
just
you can
seems
still,
like it.
No, you could still check
I take
out.
a sip of the water. That is 2 pitches. I've missed 2 pitches now.
You just take a quick glance up. Can you tap your head and rub your belly at the same time? It's called multitasking, baby. It's fine.
2.5 hours is too. I'm not paying.
Just
I'm
give
not
me-
paying $200 to be back in my apartment at 10 o'clock.
Well, that's why I hit the bars, baby. Hit the bars.
Grow up.
On land. Yeah, I probably should, but that's not the point.
I don't know.
Hit the lovely establishments on Lansdowne Street. Please
I
sponsor
think.
us.
I think it- is
if
it-
it was
is
just
it fif-
if it was
is it 15?
245.
Yeah, that's fine. Is it 15 to come set or 15 to release the ball?
Liam, can you officially look that up?
I think it's released
Jamie.
ball.
Yeah,
Jamie.
I hate that. I fucking hate that.
I thought it was 15 to when his knee comes up,
What the fuck is that?
What? Why would what? I
or
don't
like
even-
like when you start your approach. I thought I saw something about the
Jamie,
knee
pull
coming
that up. Jamie,
Yeah.
pull it up.
Okay, so they have to begin their motion. within 15 seconds when the bases are empty.
Yeah, the ball doesn't have to be out within the 15.
They just have to like.
Fitz, what's the? I mean, that is a second difference. It's-
Well, if you want to add 5 seconds, that's 20%, quicker from what you're talking about. I don't think that's insignificant.
I mean, it's 20 with runners on. Just make it 20 all the
I thought it was
time.
25 with runners on.
No, I've got,
We don't know the rules.
I've got. The
we
New
probably
York
should have come in
Times.
here a little more well prepared.
No, we never do. We're just.
No, we always fucking
That's
wing
part
it.
of the fun. That's part of half
Yeah.
the fun of the show is one of us Googling
something we should have
whatever
known
we need
ahead
to
of
know.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's
here's a
actually
quick flow.
45 seconds, guys. I don't know if you knew this. I'm seeing it right here. It's true. MLB.com.
Hold on, wait, hold the fort. The pitch
here
clock
we go.
hated Jews.
Hey, went to art school.
Odd looking duck.
Odd looking duck, the pitch clock.
Okay, so this article says under a set of new rules intended to speed up the game, there will now be a 30-second clock between batters. But then once an at-bat has begun, pitchers have 15 seconds to start their motion when the bases are empty, or 20 seconds if a runner's on base.
Hate it. The players
Batters,
hate it
though,
too.
the next
Players hate it,
paragraph, though, batters, though, apparently have their own regulations. They must be in the batter's box and looking at the pitcher with 8 seconds left on the clock. So, I don't
Same
know.
box.
8 seconds is just that's just a made up number. They're like, I don't know.
Yeah, you'd
make
think
it
it'd be
8.
rounded one way or the other.
Maybe
Yeah,
10, I don't
eight
know.
is
Like, why
bizarre.
is it 8?
That's so fucking dumb. The 8 seconds.
The batter's like, is it 8 seconds like left, or is it 7? And then pitch goes right by him. I was like, damn, got me again. To your point, Jake, you make a good point about the
know.
drama late in games.
I always do.
You don't always make good points. You made a good point there. Don't gas yourself. I'm being an ass. But I agree. I agree generally what you're talking about. However, I do also think if you're a fan of the game, no matter what, you don't need, just the timing of it to add any extra, context of the drama of what you're watching. I'm going to have a heart attack one way or the other in a close game in the playoffs, regardless of if there's a pitch clock or not. I don't need, a prolonged, what you call pregnant pause. I don't need that to make it feel like I'm going to puke. I'm going to be
I don't
scrumming
either. I'm saying I love those moments.
But the tension
where it's
being
just
built up,
like-
you can't, you can't.
Somebody posted a clip of the Bonds versus Eric Gagne.
Oh, that at bat's amazing.
And it's like,
great
that's,
at-bat.
I mean, I listen, this is so, I'm sounding like such a stupid asshole piece of shit boomer.
First it was
gone.
the revenue sharing. Now
That
it's
is
the clock, Jake.
That's gone. Like, that ceases to exist, that kind of moment.
I still think, drama like that. I think the beauty of that at bat is just the battle, like the great pitches between like two guys at the top of their game at the time. Was Gagne, was that his Cy Young year?
Yes.
Yeah, what was that? Like?
Okay, and then that
No.
03, I
06?
think.
Okay.
One of them.
Think-
No, but I the other thing is that I don't know. I don't know.
The other thing is, I don't know.
Let
It's too
me
much.
be
It's
clear.
too fast. Let me be clear.
Transparent
too
Obama. Let me be clear. I don't dislike the clock at all. Like the games needed to be faster. I just we have a couple critiques for Rob. That's all.
Kinks to iron out.
Yeah, that's all. That's what spring training's for,
I'll tell you what though, the no shift is fantastic. Love it.
Again,
Changed my life. Changed
I was
my
gonna-
life. Amazing.
Well, I think again, this is. I wanted to ask
miracles
about
on
the
me.
other rule changes. You like that? You like the bigger bases? You like the pickoff
I mean,
stuff?
all
the
of that.
bigger, the bigger bases could not matter less to me, but sure.
Well, again, all of these changes, including the bigger base stuff and the pickoff stuff, it encourages more station-to-station baseball. It encourages more movement in the game, more action. So even if the game feels like it's going quicker, there's going to be more movement. I think that's unabashedly. Is that a word? Unabashedly.
It is. I don't know if
Yeah,
you're
that is-
using it
yeah,
right,
that's
though.
correct.
A complete. I don't know if I'm using it in the right context. It's a complete win, is what I'm trying to say. To quote, to Cruz, the Incredible Hulk, I see this as an absolute win.
I'm all.
I don't
for
see it as an absolute
without,
win.
Without
That's
the
my-
shift, Alex Verdugo. He's setting the single.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
Alex
he-
Verdugo,
yeah.
Jake, wins MVP, you'll be seeing it as an absolute win.
Well, Fitz, if you recall, I predicted a Silver Slugger this year, so
You did.
I did.
It's going to be
That-
Verdugo
let me-
and
can I
Corey
just-
Seager. Who benefit most?
The Silver Sluggers in the outfield are it's 3 outfielders, right? They don't
Just
give
the
like
3
right
best, yeah.
field. Okay,
Yeah.
because before Aaron Judge does play right field and Verdugo's our right fielder now, so I scratched.
Yeah, just got to be an outfielder.
yeah, just gotta be an outfield. Okay, so yes,
I mean,
Well, that's assuming that, of course, Aaron Judge is going to win a Silver Slugger. So let's not get too hasty here.
talk about Silver Sluggers. I'm already fully in on the new Duran after yesterday. 2020 season.
Open legs. Jarren Duran.
boo-hoo! He's hitting
Why-
AAA
why-
pitchers.
Wide leg.
Yeah, he's done that
Duran.
before.
Yeah, don't believe his lies.
It's like what's the?
I will say I'm more in on Duran than I am Bob.
Oh yes.
Oh,
'Cause
Sophie,
at least-
I'm sure
I saw
you know.
Sophie in the background there, Jake. Yeah, you better watch your tongue there.
Because I mean, at least with Duran, like the bases are bigger, so I mean, that would incentivize you to have him on the team at least to pinch run.
Sure,
Bobby, on the other,
I was going to say, for him to take advantage of that, he has to get on base, you see.
yeah, but no, like that's
but he doesn't. He doesn't if
the
it's just a pitch runner.
the caveat is the pinch runner. So like at least that makes him valuable in some way, shape, or form. Bob on the other hand, like
Right-handed
What are-
first baseman who
what are
have
we-
a bit of pop are a dime a dozen,
what are we
unfortunately.
what are we gonna do with Bobby Dahlbeck?
We're not going to play him. That's what we're going to do.
I mean, he really can't make the team, quite frankly.
Right, I hate to sound like a complete curmudgeon here. What tangible value on the field is Bobby Dahlbeck giving you? Again, right-handed first baseman who has his moments of power
the
at
thing
the
that
plate.
people forget with Bob.
He's not
is
a great
that-
fielder.
Yeah, I was gonna
right?
say Cassis,
No.
even if he doesn't hit, is like a plus glove.
Yeah. Which I know that's
Which
first
is-
base defense. That's not as valuable, of course. But again, we've said this before in the
I'm
program.
done. I'm done
After
ever
we-
saying that.
I mean-
We've said this on the program before.
Yeah.
We said it again. If you argue like, oh, the first base defense at all doesn't matter, have you
I'll
watched
never say
any
that
Red
again in
Sox
my
baseball the last 2 or 3 years? Have you watched any games? Were you weren't there watching that first Chris Sale start over the summer in Tampa? You weren't there with the Frenchie Cordero abomination play that fucking blew that game. I still think about that in my
we didn't
night
know what we
terrors,
had
so-
with old Mitch.
right.
Mitch was great.
Don't know a good thing till it's gone.
God love him.
They call him Moscow Mitch. No, they don't call him Moscow Mitch. This game was the best part of your presidency, Barack.
Hey, want to talk about Matt Barnes being like a kind of a bitch?
Yeah, why does I don't understand the issue.
With all due respect,
he's like
it's like, dude, you sucked for a year and a half. I mean,
he was a non-factor the moment he signed the extension.
you were literally a net negative to the Red Sox. Like, you cost the team.
Well, let's give the context for people who may not be aware about this.
Okay, want me to read the
this-
quote?
Yeah,
I'll read
because
the whole quote.
I mean, for the first
Jamie,
time
pull up the
ever,
quote.
some news actually broke before we recorded instead of actually.
several- okay, so
after.
Matt
It's a
Barnes-
nice change, Liam. Right? You know.
I actually don't know who he was talking to, but this was I'm not mad. This is a quote from Matt Barnes, former Red Sox reliever. Matt Barnes now in the Marlins. I'm not mad and I don't have any animosity toward the Red Sox organization because that organization represents so much more than who's currently running it. The people at the top were so great to me.
Oh, you mean the guy who gave you 8 figures?
Yeah. Like, dude, what are you upset about? The only way that this could be reasonable is if he called Ryan Brazier out by name. he'd be like, they kept Ryan Brazier around and didn't DFA him. They DFA'd me instead of him. Then I'd be like, all right, Matt, you know what? You have a point. But
Matt had
otherwise-
another quote added on to that at the end. You didn't include that. There's some
yeah,
more.
I'll read
Here it is. Right. I got. I got.
Oh,
it
you
right
got
here.
okay.
It's and another thing. I'm not mad. Please don't put in the newspaper that I got mad.
I'm not owned. I'm not owned.
As I turn into a corn cob. As I turn into a marlin.
Yeah, I mean, Red Sox Stats tweeted this. He said he thinks he's Liam Hendricks or something. Who does he think he is? Like, dude, you had a 98 ERA plus last year. You were literally worse than replacement level.
And he had a couple good appearances at the end there, like the last month or so. But that doesn't make up, that again, it's
the full calendar year.
Exactly right. The entire body of work that
Plus,
doesn't.
it was
solve.
Yeah, it was a year and a half. He stunk.
Yeah. You
It
talk
is
about
real-
again.
It
we
is
said
crazy.
that
Like he got the bag and
he's
just-
my hero, man. Like
He was an
securing that
all-star.
bag.
He was an
Yeah.
all-star.
He was.
And then he wasn't.
Then he wasn't, folks. damn tragic. But yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't understand why he would say that about Tom Werner though.
let's go, Red Sox. Listen, I understand, he'd been part of the organization for years, right? He feels slighted that they just kind of dumped him like a bad hat. But after signing that extension, I'm sure he was told, "Oh, you're going to be a big, important piece for us over the next couple of years, just to get moved to the Fish." But again, it's not like he was, shutting people down left and right for a year and a half. You got paid, you got your contract, you got that respect. It just wasn't working out anymore. I'll always like Matt Barnes. I've always been more of an apologist to him than most, I feel. But I don't know. Richard Bleier is better for this year's bullpen. A lefty who can initiate soft contact. That's what the team could have used. Matt Barnes is not that. Matt Barnes is a righty who throws really hard, and when he gets hit hard, people send it to fucking Jupiter. Exhibit A is that go-ahead home run he gave up to Shohei Ohtani back in 21, right? Yeah. God, that was a fucking nuke. Or was it last year?
No, that was 21.
One.
That was
21. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Knew it. It's like late May of 21 or mid-May of 21. But point is,
do you remember? It was early in the year.
That laughably hard how high and far that ball went. And I think the hot Mike got Barnes given one of his patented fucks right after giving up a home run. That all bit's about Matt Barnes. Anytime he gives up a fucking moonshot of a home run, he throws some potty words out there, Jake.
Yeah, I was just reading a thing on the pitch clock.
Thank you, Jake.
It was. Do you guys agree that it's always struck me as strange, like how much the MLB values like 15 minutes of like game time like it's very like who's the guy, and I'm not the first person to say this, but who's the guy that watches a 2-hour and 55-minute baseball game go by?
No!
And he goes, no, not for me. And then he sees a 2-hour 40-minute one. And he says, gal, I'd love to sit and watch this. Get me some beer and some Cracker Jack. Who is that? That guy? That's not a real person.
Buddy, you're looking at him.
Yeah. Okay. It's like, that's not. I don't know. It's like, what's the expression? Picking at straws? What the fuck is
grasping
that?
Yeah, I don't know if that. Again, I don't know if that's
splitting hairs. That's what
splitting hairs. There you go. Now again, and I'll say this: like, time has never completely bothered me. I get why the league wants to implement this and make it faster, and if it adds more action and if it makes it flow better, then I'm fine with it. But I could sit there and watch a 4-hour baseball game if need be. The thing I've always, and I'm not the first person to have brought this up. This is not a Fitzy Mopena original take here. You want to talk about a sport that goes on for a while and has a ton of downtime, but no one complains about it.
Football.
I mean, and I love the NFL. I'm a big fan of college football. Haven't really followed it as much over the last couple of years, but generally speaking, I really like college football. College football takes forever. Forget it. It's like 4.5-hour games because the clock has to stop after every first down, shit like that. Yeah, you have 5 seconds of action, and then you stand around for 45 seconds. Maybe there's like one audible, but then it's another 5 seconds, and then both sides just kind of stand around, and they get set up for the next play. There's a ton of downtime at football. No one complains about it. No one ever complains about.
There's like 11 or 12 minutes of actual like gameplay.
Yeah, on a 60-minute clock. Yeah, it's again, I love football. I'm not complaining about that because I enjoy the game, but it's weird that no one ever seems to bring that up, and it's also the only point that people seem to bring up about baseball. Oh, baseball is dying because it takes fucking forever to get through a game. No, it doesn't. Compared to football, it's basically been the same thing, and now it's going to be quicker.
This may ruffle some feathers. It could be a hot take.
Oh, we got oh boy.
But I mean, an NFL season, like, that sport requires the least of you as a fan.
That's
you
correct.
tune in for 1 day a week for 3.5 hours.
Yeah,
and that's it. That's
it. You're done.
Yeah, I mean, I get they play every day, and
yeah, that's you feel like the schedule is too long. I think that's more of a valid. Yeah,
that's more of an issue for like the casual fan than.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. Add more
than the game time.
I'll watch them,
like, like my thing is like, okay, if you weren't going to tune in for a 3-hour game anyway, like I don't think you were going to tune in to begin with. Like there are those people where it's like maybe they'll come for the second half of the season and watch games and follow the team at that point. But
Yeah, if the team's good at the break or something.
yeah, but it's like I think that's really what they're trying to appeal to is like that wider audience or that person that is aware of baseball but may not be a sicko like us.
I'm familiar with the cowhide and the bats and things of that nature. I'm aware. I'm interested. Tell me more about this baseball.
But that's the I don't see 2.5-hour games bringing in, the
I think it's a
wider
matter of
audience
2.5
they think.
games, but it's 2.5 hours of, again, consistent movement. It's not just the 3 true outcomes revolution that we've seen for almost a decade at this point. Again, the more movement, station to station, more actual in-game action, more base hits, more steals, things like that. If it's 2.5 hours of that brand of baseball, I think that's a recipe
that's
for
a good
success.
product.
Yeah, exactly. You want to see movement. You want to see
Is there
things
like
happening.
a game? Is there a like how long games took throughout history? Is there like a register?
I'm sure there is.
MLB game time through the
I want to say at least for the Red Sox, like they typically average something like 3 hours and 12 minutes around there.
Be scared if you snipe that.
It did increase the last 10 years.
Because I mean,
More-
Red Sox Yankee games were like routinely 4 hours.
More
long.
strikeouts over the last 10 years. I mean,
Yeah.
the number of strikeouts has blown up for around the last 10 years or so, I would venture to
Do you guys
guess.
remember when Mark Reynolds was striking out like 200 times a year, and it was like the biggest news?
Yeah, right. Oh,
Now
you can't
that
have
guys
this
just-
guy on your roster. Now it's like, eh.
15, 20 guys do that every year.
The entire philosophy has been like, yeah, you might as well, you might as well go down swinging.
Mark Reynolds, he was a pioneer, many are saying.
I was like, can you hit 45 home runs, Mark Reynolds? Yes, you can.
Great.
You got a roster spot here in 2019. What year did he have that crazy year, Liam? I feel like you would know the answer. Was that 2009, 2008?
When he was still with the
crazy one year.
D-backs?
Yeah, he went
It may have been
crazy
like-
one year.
It may have been like 07 or 08. Pulling him up. Pulling it up now.
You
So,
pulled that up, Liam. Jake, you tell us what you just pulled up.
Yeah, so it's since 1975, it's increased. The average length of time has increased by about like 35 minutes.
A year.
What?
Like
I just made a
7
joke
hour
saying
games every
35
night.
minutes a year. I was making it funny. 35-hour games.
Fitz, you
Welcome
did
to the
nail
top
it,
of the 47th. Yes, oh God, yes.
So I guess it has increased, and so
Yeah. Mark Reynolds, lay it on me.
Yeah, it was 2009. He had 44 home runs, 102 RBIs. He stole 24 bases. Oh, good for him.
I never pegged him as a
30
base
doubles.
stealer.
Yeah, right. OPS plus 127. It's a career high.
Only 127 with 45 homers. It must be because
Well,
of the strikeouts.
Yeah, I mean, he had 223 strikeouts.
Oh.
For 4 consecutive years, he led the league in strikeouts from 08 through 2011.
That's the
He had
Barry
two-
Bonds type beat. 4 straight years of being the GOAT.
Hey, if you're gonna be good at something,
Yeah, go all out. Fully commit yourself. He is a Baltimore Oriole alum, isn't he?
he sure was.
I was gonna
hey,
say,
do
he
you guys
played
want
for
to do the
A's.
Hitler thing?
That's your pot on Lansdowne out of context quote. Let me just make a note of that.
Sophie, what?
Hey guys,
It's
do
chill.
you wanna do the
Okay,
Hitler?
can I lead off because I figured mine out.
Can we explain what the Hitler thing is?
Yeah, so the Hitler thing is there was a tweet that went. I mean, it had 6,000 quote tweets. That's not viral, but it popped. Yes, it says how many handshakes? That's not literally, but like people that have met each other. Does it take for you to get to Hitler? I think my shortest path is this woman, or is this? This is it's a guy. Excuse me. His name's Alejandro. I didn't.
Oh,
Or Alice. What is that? What? ALESSANDRO.
Alessandro.
Alice, yeah, whatever. Fine young man, I'm sure. But he said, goes me, Hayao Durley, Lula, Queen Elizabeth II, King George IV, sixth, fourth. What's VI?
That's 6.
Sixth. Neville Chamberlain, and then Hitler.
Did they count it with Roman numerals?
Yeah.
Is that a return person with the U as a V?
No, it looks
Which
like
we haven't
it's
talked
a-
about those people. Those people I
So,
can't stand. On
so
Twitter
I
either.
figured mine out. So, Herbert Hoover was the last was the U.S. president that met Hitler. That he met Hitler, Herbert Hoover. So then Herbert Hoover, he also met Ike. You know, we love Ike.
Oh, okay.
Ike
love Ike.
met George H.W. Bush, and then are you sitting down because George H.W. Bush met George W. Bush,
You don't say.
and then George W. Bush met a young man named Alex Verdugo, and I've met Alex Verdugo,
There
so
you
that's
go.
mine. That's
So
mine.
that is 6 degrees, right?
yeah,
That's
so that
pretty
was-
good.
So yeah, that was mine. I figured.
Liam,
mine
do you have yours? I don't have it. Like
No, I genuinely like wouldn't know where to begin.
so
have no
I
idea.
know where I know where I
You've met
yeah.
Red Sox players. They've all met a president. You can just go that way.
Oh, does it have to be a Red Sox link?
No, but I'm just saying, like, you've all met athletes. If they've won a championship, they've
Yeah.
met a
Okay.
president.
So here we go. Ready? Here's where I was thinking about mine. Maybe we could workshop this together. I think this was like 2003 or 2004. Me and my buddy from Quincy, we went to the South Shore Plaza one day for a meet and greet with one Mike Eruzione. I have a picture signed by Eruzione. It was fantastic. It was to promote Bank of America because he was on like a big, like cartoonishly big red couch. Like I'm talking like 15 feet tall. You had to probably take stairs to get up to the actual couch. Mike Eruzione was there. Miracle on Ice 1980 U.S. men's hockey team.
Wait,
gold medal.
was he up on the couch for the photo op?
Yes,
So were you below him? Like, were you?
I was
also-
on the couch.
Well, how'd you get on the couch?
Took the stairs up.
Oh, there was stairs.
I'm pretty sure. It was a big couch.
Fitz,
I'll
you
tr-
were there. I don't. I'm.
I'll try to find a picture of
You
it.
tell us.
It was a big. I was like 8. You know,
Okay.
the couch could have been blue for all I thought. You know, this could be a Mandela effect. I know I met Mike Eruzione, and I have a signed picture. I found it in my old room the other day, which is why it was fresh on the brain. Mike Eruzione, 100%. After I don't even have to look this up. He definitely met Ronald Reagan.
Oh
Afterwards.
yeah.
Oh, for
well,
sure.
no, maybe not.
well-
Had to have met Reagan.
Well, probably, but it was Carter.
1980.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the time, yeah, it would have been
No,
Jimmy Carter.
no.
You're right. Yeah, because the election would have been November. Of
I
that
mean,
year.
I imagine they did.
I think
but the
Mike
president-
Eruzione would be thrilled to have met Ronald Reagan, and I'm sure he would have liked to have taken that chance. But yeah, no, it would have been Jimmy Carter. You're right. I stand corrected.
I mean, there's a great scene in Miracle, the crisis of confidence speech when Herb's driving home after the Christmas party. It gets me choked up.
Let me.
Jimmy dead yet? Or no?
Jimmy Carter? No, he's just in hospice.
Okay,
No.
he's still pushing.
Ronald Reagan, Mike Eruzione, because I know I'm kind of going to copy what Alessandro said there on this one. Ronald Reagan. Oh, there's a picture of Eruzione speaking at a Trump rally with a Keep America Great hat. There we go. So I was right.
Yeah.
We love our red hats.
Wait, should I have gone with Liz? Would that have shortened it up from Bush to?
What I was going to say on that, I was
needed
going to say,
Bush.
working on the assumption that Eruzione has met Ronald Reagan, I was going to go with Maggie Thatcher. From there, I can't. When did Winston Churchill die?
Oh
Ooh.
God, I don't know. Oh, I should have gone HW to Lizzie, and then
He
I'm
died in
sure
1965. Vince.
Herbert Hoover. Queen.
Okay, you know, forget Margaret Thatcher. I would like to just do that
Yeah,
in general.
fuck. I'm one shorter than I said I was. I fucked up.
Lizzie's the key to all this because you could go
She is,
Lizzie
absolutely.
to Winston Churchill, or you know what? You could even probably do Lizzie to Neville Chamberlain. Just cut Winston Churchill out entirely, and Neville Chamberlain
I fucked it
met
up.
Hitler. So Hitler, Neville Chamberlain, Lizzie. I think she probably met Jimmy Carter too. I think that would be
Well, she met every U.S. president. You
so.
don't
Jimmy
need to-
Carter, Mike Eruzione, Fitsimo Pena. There you go.
Yeah. Lizzie.
All
okay.
roads lead back to Hitler.
It's true.
It's like the All Roads Lead to Dorchester T-shirts you'd see.
Well, you know what's tough? I was when I was doing it before I realized I had to go through the bushes. Basically, like every all the U.S. presidents before this like recent stretch, like all the ones before Carter, died like a long time ago. There hasn't been any before Bush died. I don't think we had a president that died for a while. So I was getting messed up because I needed
Since who died?
Bush.
Papa Bush? Yeah, the one before that, I believe,
Reagan.
was... No,
Yeah.
Gerald Ford, I think, died in like 06 or 07. Reagan was 04.
Oh,
Well, all due respect to Gerald, but nobody cares about Gerald.
he doesn't move the needle.
Does I just not
Mickey
at all.
Mouse president.
Yeah.
Only guy. Fun fact about him: only guy to have both not been elected vice president and to have not been elected president. That guy just moonwalked into the presidency like that. Like he didn't get a vote cast for him.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Because Spiro Agnew was that the vice president for Nixon right before Watergate. He had
Yeah.
his
What
own.
happened to
Yeah.
What happened to Agnew?
He had to resign. He had his own shit. I think he was accepting
God.
bribes. I don't know if it was
It
as
happens.
vice president or like in a position before that. So Gerald Ford stepped into the VP
Sophie, is that
role.
true? All right, hold on. Breaking news. So Josh Groban has met Queen Lizzie, which
Gropes.
breaks like 3 people off of mine because I've met Josh, good friend of mine.
Really? You've met the
yeah,
Gropes?
we met on the subway.
Incredibly
Sophie
I
beat
love
it.
the Gropes. How's
Yeah,
the
we
Gropes?
met-
Gropes a good guy?
Great guy. He took a selfie with us. He's yeah.
Aw.
So I met Groban, and he's met Lizzie, who's met
Neville Chamberlain.
and then Edward, and then Hitler. Right?
So that's 4. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Liam, have you...
I wouldn't know
Get some
where to. I'd probably have to
Liam,
pull a
famous
card
people
in
you've met.
for,
You know what?
Liam, play the
Let's
game.
help.
Play
let's
the
help,
game.
Let's help Liam here.
I
Let's
don't-
work
like,
together
I don't
on
even
this.
know. I mean, like, my grandfather was in the Navy for 20 years. He probably met some politician who met another politician. I don't. I wouldn't know like where to even
Your
start.
grandfather met Hitler straight up. They were boys.
Killed him.
Yeah.
Famous person you've met. Moderately famous, even.
I don't even know. I haven't met
Liam,
many
Jesus
famous people.
Christ, dude.
I got nothing.
Random Red Sox player. Have you met any random Red Sox players? Because you could work on it from there. Because then you could just go with the White House trip if they won a World Series with the Red Sox.
Obama or
Obama.
I mean, I guess like I've sort of met Hanley, but like
What
he
does that
wasn't.
mean?
He was not
What
on
does that
any
mean?
of those teams.
explain.
Because when I
yourself.
was working with the Orioles, like I had to interact with him in the clubhouse one time.
So,
Why is
did
he-
you have you
why
have you
is-
interacted
why
with
is-
anybody else in the clubhouse?
Yeah, why is Hanley the one
I
that
mean,
you chose? If you
I don't-
spent
I don't
time
know.
in a major league club, you went, "Oh, I met Hanley." There's
He tried to.
you
He
probably
tried
met
to knock,
1,000 fucking times. One of them won a World Series. I'm certain.
I don't know. He knocked the papers out of my hand. I wasn't like actively going up, striking up conversation with people.
I'm gonna count it. I think that's an interaction. That's enough of a handshake
But like,
Well, Hanley wasn't on a
didn't-
World Series.
he
You'd have to go.
didn't-
You'd have to go Hanley to
to like Mookie. Right?
to
Yeah,
to
exactly.
Mookie or to Ortiz or something.
I didn't. There wasn't a clear route. Any way I tried to slice it.
God, what a buzzkill, huh?
Yeah, sorry guys.
It's like, I haven't
Sorry,
met anybody.
sorry,
I haven't
sorry,
left this
you know,
room.
sorry, I can't link myself back to Hitler.
Liam's like Brendan Fraser from The Whale. He doesn't leave that room.
I hope somebody that
True.
listens to us has a really cool like a 2 or a 3. Wouldn't that be?
Yeah,
sick?
you know what?
Cool.
If you have a good 6 degrees of Hitler here, tweet us at Pod on Lansdowne, folks. At Pod on Lansdowne. Let us know. Go through your chain.
I mean,
bonus
what he
points if it's Red
died
Sox
in
related.
45, 44. I don't even know what you could. Like
The Lizzie chain, like the president to Lizzie chain is how you get your answer, because then you got Neville Chamberlain, then you get Hitler.
no, you can go Lizzie to, or no, you can't go Lizzie.
Can you go
to,
Lizzie to Hitler straight up? There's no way.
No, Lizzie to King Edward or no? Or King George? I mean, oh, you go Lizzie, King George. Wait, Sophie, did King George meet Hitler?
Neville Chamberlain definitely did, and he was the prime minister of the UK before Churchill.
To Edward to Hitler. Oh, so this person actually had a better connection there. So Lizzie, what the fuck is he? King Edward? I've never heard of this character. I don't.
Edit stock. You listen to what Sophie's commentary.
Okay,
I can't make out what she's
King
saying.
Edward.
He was a massive Nazi, so that also could.
Oh, terrific. So King Edward the Eighth. Oh yeah, here he is. Hitler. Oh, there he is. That's him with Hitler right there. It's in his Wikipedia page. Okay, so that's
So
yeah,
it's
okay.
same difference as using Neville Chamberlain. Then you could use
No,
King.
that's what I'm saying. It's you cut one out. It's Lizzie to this guy to write to Hitler.
That's the same thing as
No,
as
in the
Lizzie to
one-
Neville Chamberlain to
No,
Lizzie.
but in this it
Or
was
to
Lizzie
Hitler.
to King George to Neville to Hitler. So that's what I'm saying. You cut one out with the existence of this.
Oh, you're
guy.
talking about the tweet example.
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay, I think we're saying the same thing here.
Okay. So King, this is his full name. I'll just rattle it off for anybody that's wondering. Edward Albert Christian George Andrew Patrick David,
Pick a name, dude. Pick one.
later known as the Duke of Windsor.
Yeah. It's too many names, if you ask me.
All right.
That's a lot of
So
names.
basically,
That's
to start out,
mouthful.
you got to go Hitler to Edward to Lizzie, and then from there, maybe
Lizzie
you
opens
met-
up a whole
Yeah,
can of
maybe
worms.
you've met. I don't know who. Maybe.
Charlie Baker.
Well, that's you, but maybe you've met
Governor
I don't
Charlie
know, British.
Baker
Maybe you've
of the
met like a
Commonwealth.
British actor, somebody that got knighted or some shit like that. Then you could, like
I'm trying to think of other famous people I've met.
Ian McKellen or some shit. All the Brits have met Lizzie. They love their
That's true.
actors over there. They love them. They give them titles and shit just for being in movies.
Does Wade Boggs pointing him at Jersey and Cooperstown count as meeting him? And then me raising my beer to him and he drinks his beer. I think
No.
that we connected on an emotional level.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm going to count it in my book. Yeah, Hitler, man. That guy was
Have I met any British people? I don't think I've met a British famous. I don't even know if I've met any British
famous
people.
Brit?
Famous or no? I don't know if I've
never
met
met
a
any British people.
What? I'm trying to think. I'm racking the brain. Liam, you met a Brit ever?
Are you? This is so embarrassing.
Not that I'm aware. Not a famous one, I don't think.
These so-called British people.
Yeah, yeah. I've never. I don't think I've met one.
I've only heard stories about them.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, gosh. Have you, Fitz?
Yeah, I've met British people.
Okay.
No one like famous, but I've met people from England. Yes, I
All right, have any of them met Liz?
I don't know. We'll have to ask the Bath Flips and Nerds guys. If we get
I'm
them back
sure
on the show.
they've got.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm sure those cats have a Lizzie connection.
Oh yeah, we met Lizzie. Fucking we eat
Oi.
tea crumpets. Hey, you what, bruv?
bruv.
In England, we call the pitch clock the rounders alarm. Flippy dilly wonka.
I thought I had another thing I wanted to talk about, but it's escaped me.
I know Liam wanted to talk Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, Liam, what do you even
Yeah.
want to fucking talk about? I mean,
I'm scared.
that shit sucks.
I don't feel any excitement for it. And
No, it's
coming
over.
out
It
tomorrow.
debuts like in a couple of hours. It's out
Yeah.
now as you're listening.
3
to
a.m.
this.
Yeah, I think it all went out the window when they used him to salvage Book of Boba.
That's right.
Oh, so dumb. Hey,
That
here's the
shit
big
sucks.
emotional ending of season 2, where they have to part ways. You have an actual tangible meeting.
Oh my God, excuse me.
meaning
Heavens.
behind the ending of it, and then a year and a half later, during a series, basically a spin-off series of the show that not as many people like.
It sucks.
Just
It straight up
kidding.
sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Straight up terrible.
Those 5 seconds of soy facing I had when Baby Yoda came back, that was great. You can't put a price tag on that.
But I hate that show. Fucking Book of Boba Fett. What a joke.
Yeah.
What a sick joke.
Liam, do we want to dive into that McDonald's lore officially? Jake wasn't in the room yet, but do we want to go into that? As it's about to be March.
We could. We were talking Shamrock Shakes, Jake, before you hopped in.
Oh yeah,
You Shamrock Shake guy?
I've got no strong feelings on it. I could take it or leave it.
Are you aware of Uncle O'Grimacy?
Is that just Grimace's uncle and he's Irish or something?
That's exactly what he is, yes.
Oh, okay.
Nailed it.
exactly-
You nailed
All
it.
right, all right.
Here's Uncle O'Grimacy.
I wish they would bring back the mascots in more of a. Oh, that's
Right.
Great.
Yeah,
That's
he's-
terrific. He's green.
Uncle O'Grimacy.
Yeah,
He is
for the
green.
Shamrock Shake.
Well, I mean, I understand why he's
Duh.
green. I don't know what the implications are there.
This is from McDonald's wiki, and I believe I don't want to make it sound like I'm stealing a riff here. I believe Mixtape went into this a couple years ago, but it's good to bring back up. I think Tyler and Coley mentioned this a little while back, but let's dive into this. Uncle O'Grimacy. Uncle O'Grimacy is a McDonald's Land character. This is on the McDonald's wiki, man. Like this, they have a wiki for everything.
Wait, is that a place you can go?
McDonald Land?
Yeah, or is that like a?
That's where we're going for our honeymoon.
Oh no, it's their fictional fantasy world where the characters live.
Yeah,
The McDonald's cinematic universe.
yeah. This is all canon right now. Uncle O'Grimacy is a McDonald Land character. He is Grimace's Irish uncle. He was created for a McDonald's commercial that promoted green milkshakes, which were called Shamrock Shakes, and were available for a limited time around St. Patrick's Day. I went to the Black Rose the other night over the weekend, and they had a live Irish band there. I was like, oh, baby, it's time. It's St. Patrick's Day time, baby. It's my time to shine. Uncle O'Grimacy is a green grimace. He wears a green cob hat, a vest with shamrocks on it, and carries a shillelagh. Every March around St. Patrick's Day, he delivers Shamrock Shakes in McDonald Land. Uncle O'Grimacy is just one of many Grimaces in Grimace's extended family. That would be great if there were just complete stereotypes of other nationalities and
like
origins.
Italian, like a
Italian
grease
grimace.
ball Italian grimace.
Glimioso! Oh!
He's in the mob.
It's a Mickey meatball. Oh! See ya.
That would be good.
These mascots have nothing on the Salties, the Simon S. Salties mascots.
Uncle O'Grimacy was just taking his iconic 7 p.m.
What,
nap.
ketchup, mustard, salt, pepper, fun twins, crazy cup, century egg, and grease.
Grease is the best one. I could have done it.
No, but I could.
Well, did you do it? No.
I mean,
No,
no.
crazy cup is my favorite. When he takes off the thing and his body is just shaped the way a cup is.
Oh my god. Huh. I don't know if this is a bit. This is on r/Irish history. So it seems legit enough. It doesn't seem like it's a circle jerk subreddit or anything like that. Uncle O'Grimacy. I don't know what source this is from, but it's worth reading anyway. So take this with a grain of salt. I don't know if this is true. I haven't vetted this. As positive as the Shamrock Shake's impact has been, there have been some missteps. To help promote the Shamrock Shake, McDonald's introduced a new character, Uncle O'Grimacy, in 1975. The Irish uncle of the purple mascot Grimace, Uncle O'Grimacy, completing his Kelly Green hat, would travel from Ireland each year, bringing Shamrock Shakes to McDonald Land. Uncle O'Grimacy was quietly phased out of McDonald's marketing after a few years, in part
Due to some troubling tweets on
After a few years, he was phased out, due in part to an alleged incident in Philadelphia in 1978, where the person portraying him made statements in support of the IRA and that the British soldiers were better dead than alive.
There's no
hell
way
yeah.
that's true. There's no way that's true.
Uncle O'Grimacy, please play "Some Say the Devil Is Dead." Please play that on with a live Irish band. Uncle O'Grimacy singing "The Man from the Daily Mail." I'm just
That
singing
can't be
Irish.
true, right? I mean,
There's no
that
way.
can't be true. It can't be.
It has to be fabricated.
Also, I didn't realize the Shamrock Shake had been kicking around that long.
Uncle O'Grimacy is killed by the CEO of McDonald's. His final words were, "Our day will come." See, Liam got that one. Liam's Irish.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You can get an Uncle O'Grimacy enamel pin
Well, I mean, I'm in there.
on Etsy.
I'm in there. How much is it?
It's $12. I think I'm out of things to say, quite frankly.
I mean, it wasn't really that
No
much.
O'Grimacy takes, Jake?
No, I love the McDonald's mascots. I'm known for loving them.
Do you guys remember the Family Guy bit where they had Mayor McCheese as
And
Jeff?
the
And they shoot him. Yeah,
Jackie
And then-
climbs over.
She starts eating him.
yeah.
Man, I do remember that. Yes, I do.
That's such a great one.
No, they shot Mayor McCheese instead.
It's so crazy that she started picking up skull fragments.
Have you ever had your significant other shot in the brainstem?
No, I
Jake?
just mean like
I
I
wouldn't
just
know
mean
what
like
to do.
yeah, that's a crazy thing.
Have you ever heard the poem "The Man in the Arena," Jake? All right, you're not the man in the arena of getting assassinated. So
I probably would have ducked, quite frankly. If I don't know. I don't know.
I would have gotten down even
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
November 22nd, 1963 wouldn't have gone down like that. If I
We
was
should
there.
go to Dallas together, the three of us.
It's not
It
far
was
from Arlington.
Smiley was on the grassy knoll.
Let's end
Smiley was part of the CIA.
it. Let's end it with that sentence. I think.
Smiley didn't like him collaborating with the Cubans and the communists and whatnot. He thought it
Smiley
was-
had connections to the Chicago mafia.
JFK's dad paid Smiley to help him secure the election and he didn't cough up. So, when you get into the JFK conspiracies, maybe it's time to wrap it up there. Is that all we got?
Are you guys into?
I'm surprised we haven't gone there yet.
I think there was somebody on the grassy knoll.
I don't know.
Those bullets, Fitz. They take some wacky. I mean, his head blows up two different ways.
Yeah, ask Darren Rovell about it.
Yeah. And I don't even think, and it's not even like really. I don't think anything deeper than that. But I think somebody shot.
What
There was a
it? It
tweet a
like-
little while
like
ago that
four
was,
future presidents were in Dallas.
Yeah.
Something like that.
there was a great tweet a little while ago. Some guy was like, "My uncle is a big grassy knoll conspiracy guy, but he doesn't think he was working with Oswald. He just thinks it was two people that like were both independent.
I've never
heard that
killing
one.
JFK, trying to kill JFK.
So
which
maybe
I
it was
love.
both. Maybe one of them was the CIA op. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe that was Lee Harvey.
Yeah.
And then
And
the
then another
election
guy
guy
was
was
just
on the
there.
grassy knoll.
Yeah, I think I subscribe to that one.
I think grassy knoll guy's like, motherfucker, he's taking my time to shine here. Stepping
Yes.
on my turf. He's stepping
Yes.
on my grassy knoll here, so to say. Yeah.
And now he's the mascot of the Red Sox AAA team.
Talk about a glow up, man.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Right? Could have been real good. He could have gotten life in prison, federal prison, you know. But instead, here he is, you know, rooting on Jaron Duran down in Worcester.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, I'm done.
Liam, anything else you want to add?
I got nothing.
Yeah, so. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Pod on Lansdowne.
Let's do viewer mail next week.
Yeah, you know what? We keep saying we're going to do it.
Let's do
Let's
it.
do that. We're gonna start getting a couple more guests on before opening day too. I've already reached out to Jordan, the O's fan we had on last year.
Oh, terrific.
He's got a great idea for a segment. He tweeted out I don't know what website it is, but it's basically a quiz, the MLB edition of Who He Play For. If you're familiar with that, every year on the NBA on TNT. Jay, are either you familiar with that?
I'm not sure.
Like the first episode of Inside the NBA on TNT for each season, they get a list of guys who have changed teams.
Oh.
And they ask Charles Barkley who he play for. So it will be
like now or who he previously played?
who they're going to play for this upcoming season.
Oh, that's good.
Again,
Oh, okay. That is a good one.
for a baseball equivalent, it wouldn't be like Jacob deGrom. You know what I mean? It would be
Yeah.
Joey Wendell, who he play for, or
Oh
something.
God,
like
I don't
that.
know. I don't know. He got traded, right?
As a matter of fact,
from
I think
Miami,
that's
right?
I think that's I think Wendell's still with Miami.
Oh.
Right? Yeah. I'm just saying, as an
Yeah.
example is what I'm trying to.
No, that's fun, though.
As a matter of fact, I think one of those editions of Who He Play For is where we got the Shaq Wandong Tigers.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's amazing.
Really. So we'll do that.
Ni hao.
Yeah.
Ni hao.
That's not the name of the team.
The best.
So we get Jordan on there to talk some O's as kind of interdivisional previews that we did last year. We'll do that with him as well. I think that would be fun. A couple other people that we want to bring on leading up to opening day. But that's for the future. Now is now. Now is the end of this episode of Pod on Lansdowne. Thanks for listening. Thanks for following along. We really appreciate your support, and we'll continue to appreciate the support as we get into the new season.
And obey your mother.
Well, not yet. Don't get too hasty. All right, I was gonna, there's a process here. Jake, all right?
You're rushing him, Jake.
Exactly. There's not a 15-second outro clock here. I'll have you know. For Liam, for Jake, I'm Fitz. You've been you.
Right.
Thank you
Forgot
again.
about that.
Go Sox and obey your mother. Now you can do it, Jake.
Go Sox.
Obey your mother. Also, we have a new thing. There's a new. Well, no, we're on the new thing, right? the Want to Be New tomorrow?
Oh yeah, we changed the name of the podcast feed. Obey your mother.